just kind of want to demonstrate for you a little bit of this left hand movement and what I kind of do with my my arm and my hand as far as my left hand is concerned. I think it's a pretty important part of playing the steel guitar. Obviously, maybe the most critical piece is the actual bar itself. That's actually probably what makes a steel guitar sound the way it does. And so what we really want to look at is just I just want you to think about the weight of your arm, and if you just really hold that in a relaxed position, your arm actually weighs quite a bit. And so if you really think about it, in applying the amount of pressure needed in order to get the bar to sound like this, as opposed to this, you can hear the buzzing in the strings. If the bar is just laying up there, you get that buzzing. It doesn't take very much pressure at all to apply enough pressure on the strings to get a clean sound. Actually, it takes less pressure than the weight of your arm. And so when you just lay it up there and then you put your arm on there naturally, let your arm fall into place. So from your shoulder is going to be very relaxed. Then your bar hand is going to have enough weight at that point when you're relaxing this arm. And of course the weight of the bar is pretty heavy. So just simply by putting the hand up there, it's going to be enough weight to keep that a good clean sound. So what you do not want to do is you do not want to have all this action where you're pushing down and applying a lot of pressure and actually engaging your muscles to a point where you're actually doing this. You can sometimes see people when they play steel guitar, they're actually putting a lot of pressure down on the strings, and that's really not required. Same thing, because I borrowed this from my world of piano playing, and had someone many years ago that taught me, in sitting behind a piano, one of the mistakes that a lot of people make is they hit the string and they think they've actually got to, or hit the key and they think they've got to push the key down. Not so. There's enough weight in your arms when you just put your hands down that whatever notes that you're playing, there's enough there just in the weight of your arm to hold the keys down. So it's a real technique kind of thing that a lot of people have patterned through the years, and that is in keeping a nice soft touch. One of the real critical pieces is just, if you're going to hit this note, then the weight of this arm is going to be there. You don't have to press down on the key. Same concept that I'm using with the steel guitar, in that the bar, you're not going to see me actually pushing down into that. Now, notice when you see me play, notice the position of my left hand here. It's real critical. So let's say that I'm playing just here at the 10th fret. That's a real natural position for me, right where I'm at right now with my left hand and my arm. So you can kind of see that the line, if we extended the strings on out to where there may be a pad here, or even if there was a double neck here, it had a bottom neck, it's very important to me to have enough, even if you're going to play a double neck, I think it needs to be lower than normal, because I want my hands to be below, basically even kind of below the string line, and they're going to kind of function right underneath that, right along the side of the neck. It's going to be a real natural position for me to be in. So you can see right here, if I had a pad on this guitar or other strings, my hand would have to be up in this position right here. Of course, that should look pretty familiar to a lot of you, because that's how you see a lot of people play. They play, and it's because their hand has got to be high enough to get over the pad or over the neck that would be there in a double neck case. Of course, if you're on the C6 neck down here, then you're in good shape, because then you would be able to keep the hand far enough down. So that's my technique that I use, and you can kind of see it's always engaged like that. I'm going to post another video later that's going to be just kind of some of my practicing and some of the things. And I really want you to begin to take notice of what I do, particularly with my left arm and my left hand positions, because it's so critical to me that when I do try to play a double neck guitar or a guitar with a pad on it, it's just a matter of minutes in trying to be comfortable in a place and lifting my wrist up like this. Even if I can, as far down as I can get it, it's still pushing my arm up into a place where I'm just not comfortable. I like dropping that down into a place like this, and it really seems to like I have no real pressure here. But if I'm doing this, it really doesn't take long to really put some strain on that muscle, and plus I think the tone can be better, especially if you adopt this principle of just applying enough pressure, which is just the weight of the arm right onto the bar.